The Galactic Empire was vast and powerful, stretching across many star systems. In their grand council chamber, filled with shining lights and floating screens, the leaders of the Empire gathered for an important meeting. They were proud, often looking down on smaller planets like Earth. To them, Earth was just a tiny, insignificant world with no real power. The council often laughed at the humans, believing they posed no threat to their mighty empire. As the meeting began, Lord Vrax, a tall, imposing figure with sharp features, stood up to speak. "We must discuss the human race," he declared, his voice booming through the chamber. "They are primitive, lacking in technology and strength. I suggest we focus on more important matters." The other council members nodded, smirking at the thought of Earth. Lady Zira, with her bright blue skin and glowing eyes, added, "Yes, let us send a message to them. Let them know they are nothing but ants in our galaxy." Her laughter echoed as the other leaders joined in, reveling in their superiority. Meanwhile, on Earth, a small group of scientists and military leaders were working tirelessly in a hidden underground facility. They had been preparing for this moment for years. Led by Commander Sarah Thompson, a brave and determined woman, they had developed a fleet of faster-than-light (FTL) ships in secret. These ships were unlike anything the Empire had ever seen, equipped with technology that could rival even the most advanced vessels in the galaxy. "Today is the day," Commander Thompson said, standing before her team. "We will show the Galactic Empire that Earth is not to be underestimated. We are ready to reveal our fleet." The team cheered, their excitement filling the room. They knew they had worked hard for this moment, and they felt a surge of hope. As they prepared the ships for launch, alarms suddenly rang out. A screen lit up with a warning. An alien fleet was approaching Earth, intent on invasion. The commander's heart raced. "We have to act fast. We need to get the fleet into space and defend our planet." The team sprang into action, quickly finalizing their plans. The massive hangar doors opened, revealing the fleet of sleek, shining ships ready for battle. Each ship gleamed under the bright lights, their advanced designs striking awe in the hearts of the crew. This was their moment to prove their worth. Back in the Galactic Empire's council chamber, the leaders were still laughing about Earth. "They can't even defend themselves," one council member chuckled. But their laughter was cut short when a sudden transmission came through. A bright light flashed on the screen, and the council members stopped talking, their expressions turning to shock. The transmission showed Earth's fleet in full view, ready for battle. Commander Thompson's voice rang out, confident and strong. "This is Earth! We have been preparing for this moment. We are not the weak planet you think we are. We have a fleet capable of defending our home." The room fell silent. The council members stared at the screen in disbelief. Lord Vrax clenched his fists in anger. "How dare they!" he shouted. "They think they can challenge us?" Lady Zira's eyes widened as she realized the truth. "They have advanced ships. We underestimated them," she gasped. The leaders exchanged worried glances, understanding that Earth was not the easy target they had thought. Meanwhile, Earth's fleet was taking off, soaring into space at incredible speeds. The ships maneuvered gracefully, ready to confront the alien invaders. Commander Thompson felt a surge of pride. They had come so far, and now they were finally ready to defend their home. Back on the council ship, panic began to set in. "What if they defeat the aliens?" one member whispered, fear creeping into their voices. "What if they become a real threat?" As the council argued about what to do next, the reality was clear. Earth was no longer just a small planet in the galaxy. The Galactic Empire had underestimated them, and soon they would learn the truth about humanity's strength and determination. The stage was set for an epic confrontation that would change the galaxy forever. As the Galactic Empire reeled from the shocking message from Earth, Commander Sarah Thompson stood on the bridge of the flagship, the Eagle's Wing. The sleek ship, unlike anything the Empire had seen, gleamed under the stars. It was time to reveal their secret, the hidden fleet of faster-than-light (FTL), ships that would change everything. The crew was buzzing with energy, excitement radiating from their faces. They had spent years building these ships in secret, and now the moment had finally come. The hangar bay doors opened wide, revealing a fleet of powerful ships lined up in perfect formation. Each ship was uniquely designed, ready to take on the challenges ahead. "Everyone, listen up," Commander Thompson called, her voice steady and loud. "Today we show the galaxy who we are. These ships are our last line of defense. We will not let anyone take our home." The crew cheered, their spirits lifted by her words. They had worked hard for this moment, and now they were ready to fight for Earth. As the ships prepared for launch, the crew ran through their final checks. The FTL drives hummed with energy and the controls glowed with life. Thompson felt a rush of pride as she looked at her team. Each member had played a crucial role in creating this fleet. They had sacrificed their time and effort, believing in a vision that now stood before them. "Launch sequence activated," shouted Lieutenant Jamie, the ship's pilot. With a firm grip on the controls, she sent the Eagle's wings soaring into the depths of space. The other ships followed closely behind, creating a stunning display of speed and power. As they flew through the stars, the crew felt a mix of excitement and fear. They were heading straight into danger, facing an alien fleet that wanted to invade their planet. But they had something the aliens did not: the element of surprise. Back in the Galactic Empire, the Council had gathered again to discuss the unfolding situation. They were still recovering from the shock of Earth's message. Lord Vrax paced angrily, his mind racing. "We cannot let them think they are strong. We must crush this fleet before it becomes a real threat." "But they are not as weak as we thought," Lady Zira reminded him. "They have advanced technology. We need a plan, not just brute force." The Council members debated, realizing they had to act quickly before Earth's fleet gained momentum. Meanwhile, Commander Thompson and her fleet were nearing the coordinates of the invading aliens. The massive enemy ships loomed in the distance, dark and menacing. Thompson's heart raced as she prepared for the confrontation. "All ships, listen up. We will not engage until we have a clear advantage. We need to be smart about this," she instructed. As they approached, they could see the alien ships preparing for their attack. Thompson noticed the aliens were not expecting a counterattack from Earth. Their formations were loose and they seemed confident. "That was a mistake. Now's our chance," Lieutenant Jamie shouted. "Let's show them what we've got." With that, the Eagle's wings shot forward, leading the charge. The Earth fleet erupted into action, moving in perfect formation. They used their speed to dart around the alien ships, firing precise shots that caught the invaders off guard. The advanced FTL technology allowed them to maneuver quickly, making it hard for the aliens to target them. As the battle began, explosions lit up the dark space around them. Commander Thompson felt a surge of adrenaline as she ordered her crew to focus on their mission. "Stay sharp! Watch your targets!" The alien fleet quickly realized they were facing something unexpected. The once dismissed humans were now a formidable force, using tactics and teamwork to outsmart their enemies. Each ship in the Earth fleet worked in unison, proving that they were no longer the weak planet the Empire believed them to be. As the battle raged on, the Galactic Empire monitored the situation closely. Their leaders watched in disbelief as Earth fought back with fierce determination. "We underestimated them," one council member murmured, realizing that the tide was turning in favor of humanity. The secret fleet of Earth had been unveiled, and now it was clear they were a force to be reckoned with. The Galactic Empire would have to rethink their strategy, for the humans were ready to defend their home with everything they had. The galaxy would never look at Earth the same way again. The vastness of space was alive with chaos as the battle between Earth's secret fleet and the invading alien armada began. Commander Sarah Thompson stood at the helm of the Eagle's wing, her heart pounding with adrenaline. Around her, the crew moved quickly, each member focused on their role. They had trained for this moment, and now it was time to show the galaxy what Earth was made of. "Status report!" Thompson shouted over the sounds of alarms and the hum of engines. Lieutenant Jamie, the pilot, quickly replied, "We're at full power, Commander. All ships are in position, and the enemy is directly ahead." Through the viewing screen, the massive alien ships appeared. They were dark and intimidating, their surfaces covered in strange symbols and glowing lights. The sight sent a chill down Thompson's spine, but she pushed her fear aside. They had prepared for this, and they would not back down. "Fire at will!" Thompson commanded. The crew responded instantly. A barrage of bright laser blasts shot out from the Eagle's wing, illuminating the dark void of space. The beams struck the lead alien ship, causing it to shudder and spark as it took damage. The crew cheered as the enemy began to falter. However, the aliens quickly regrouped. Their ships, once disorganized, formed a tight formation and retaliated with fierce fire. Explosions rocked the space around them, and the crew of the Eagle's wing felt the impact of enemy shots. "Brace for impact!" Thompson yelled as the ship rocked under the force of an alien blast. "Shields holding at 70%, Lieutenant Jamie reported, her voice steady despite the chaos. Thompson nodded, knowing they had to stay focused. "Let's use our speed to our advantage. Engage FTL drives on my mark!" As the Earth fleet darted around the enemy ships, they used their superior maneuverability to avoid the incoming fire. The crew worked like a well-oiled machine, coordinating their attacks. Each ship danced through the stars, firing precisely and taking down alien vessels one by one. Thompson's heart swelled with pride as she watched her crew in action. They were proving themselves, showing courage in the face of danger. "Keep pushing forward! We can't let them regroup!" she called out. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Empire's council chamber, the leaders watched in shock. They had underestimated the humans, and now they were witnessing their remarkable skill in battle. "What is happening?" Lord Vrax demanded, his frustration growing. "Why are they so effective?" Lady Zira's expression was grave. "They are using tactics we did not expect. We must react quickly before they gain the upper hand." Back in the heat of battle, the Eagle's Wing led the charge against a particularly large alien ship. Thompson knew that taking down this flagship could turn the tide of the battle. "All ships, target that vessel! Let's end this," the crew responded, focusing their fire on the flagship. Bright beams of energy streamed toward it, striking the hull and causing it to shudder violently. The aliens fought back fiercely, but the Earth fleet was relentless. Suddenly, the alien flagship fired a massive energy beam in retaliation, aimed straight at the Eagle's Wing. Thompson's eyes widened as she saw the deadly beam hurtling toward them. "Evade! Turn hard to starboard!" she shouted, gripping the control panel. Lieutenant Jamie reacted quickly, pulling the ship sharply to the side. The energy beam barely missed, exploding against an enemy ship behind them. "That was close!" Jamie gasped, wiping sweat from her forehead. "Keep the pressure on! We have to keep moving!" Thompson encouraged, her heart racing. The battle raged on, both sides trading blows and losses. The alien ships were powerful, but the humans fought with a determination that surprised everyone. With their morale high, the Earth fleet launched one final assault. They coordinated their attacks, firing in unison and taking down ship after ship. Thompson felt a surge of hope as she saw the alien numbers dwindling. As the flagship continued to take damage, it finally began to falter. "Yes, we're breaking through!" one crew member shouted, joy evident in their voice. With one final shot, the Eagle's Wing struck the alien flagship's core, causing a massive explosion. The ship erupted into a brilliant fireball, marking a pivotal moment in the battle. The remaining alien ships, seeing their flagship destroyed, began to retreat. Commander Thompson and her crew cheered, their voices echoing in the control room. They had fought hard, and they had won. As the alien fleet fled into the darkness of space, Thompson took a moment to breathe. They had achieved the impossible. Earth's secret fleet had proven itself, and the Galactic Empire would now have to think twice before underestimating humanity again. The battle was just the beginning, and they were ready for whatever came next. Back in the Galactic Empire's command center, tension filled the air. The council members gathered around a large holographic table, their faces grim. The recent battle had changed everything. They had believed Earth to be weak, but now they were faced with the reality that humans were not to be underestimated. Lord Vrax slammed his fist on the table, his anger boiling over. How could this happen? "We had the advantage, and yet they turned the tide against us." His voice echoed in the room, filled with frustration and disbelief. Lady Zira leaned forward, her brow furrowed. "We must reassess our strategy. The humans are more advanced than we thought. Their hidden fleet caught us by surprise, and they fought with unexpected skill." "Surprise?" "They have been preparing for this," Vrax snapped. "We need to crush them before they gain any more strength. Send a larger fleet to Earth. We cannot let them think they can challenge us." Another council member, General Torg, shook his head. Sending a larger fleet could be risky. "We just saw how effective their FTL ships are in battle. We could lose more ships and face further humiliation." Vrax frowned but nodded reluctantly. "Then we need intelligence. We must understand how they built their fleet without our knowledge. We need spies." The council debated furiously, weighing the risks of sending more ships against the potential disaster of letting Earth grow stronger. They knew time was not on their side. The longer they waited, the more confident humanity would become. Meanwhile, on the Eagle's wing, Commander Thompson and her crew celebrated their hard-fought victory. They had lost some ships, but the morale was high. They had proven themselves in battle, and now they had a chance to regroup and plan their next move. "Status report!" Thompson called out as they gathered in the control room. Lieutenant Jamie began listing the casualties and damage to their fleet. "We lost 3 ships, but the rest are still operational. Our FTL capabilities remain intact." "Good. We need to keep our momentum," Thompson replied. "We cannot let the Empire regroup. We have to strike while they are still disoriented from the loss." The crew nodded, understanding the urgency. They had tasted victory, and now they wanted more. But Thompson knew they needed to be smart. "We must also prepare for a counterattack. The Empire will not take this lightly." As the crew began to strategize, intelligence reports came in from Earth. The government was aware of the Empire's plans, and they were ready to support the fleet. Resources were allocated, and Earth's people rallied behind their military. They had been awakened to the reality of their power. Back in the Galactic Empire, Vrax was determined to act quickly. "We cannot let them breathe," he declared. "I want a fleet assembled within the week. This time, we will not be caught off guard." The council members exchanged worried glances. They knew the risks of attacking Earth again, but the thought of losing their status was even more terrifying. They had to crush this human rebellion before it became a full-scale war. As plans for the Empire's new fleet were put into motion, Thompson's team worked tirelessly to prepare for the next battle. They knew the Empire would come for them again, and they had to be ready. Every member of the crew felt the weight of their responsibility. They were not just fighting for themselves, they were fighting for all of humanity. Days passed as both sides prepared for the inevitable clash. Thompson and her crew trained hard, honing their skills and ensuring their ships were ready for anything. The threat of the Empire loomed over them, but they remained determined and united. Meanwhile, Vrax's forces grew restless. The Council pushed for more aggressive tactics, but there were whispers of doubt among the ranks. Some soldiers began to question the Empire's authority. "Why are we attacking a planet that has already shown it can defend itself?" one soldier asked quietly. The atmosphere within the Empire was changing. Fear and uncertainty crept in, and some began to wonder if they could truly defeat a species that had just fought back so valiantly. As tensions mounted on both sides, the stage was set for a clash that would define the future of both the Galactic Empire and Earth. In this game of power and survival, one thing was clear: neither side would back down easily. The Empire was faced with a dilemma: fight against a determined foe or risk losing everything they had worked for. In the quiet of space, the drums of war were beating, and the countdown to the next battle had begun. The galaxy held its breath, knowing that whatever happened next would change the course of history forever. As the tension between the Galactic Empire and Earth reached its peak, a new opportunity emerged from the shadows. Commander Sarah Thompson and her crew aboard the Eagle's wing understood they needed more than just their own strength to confront the Empire. They needed allies. The crew gathered in the control room, their faces illuminated by the glowing screens filled with data and maps of the galaxy. Thompson addressed her team, her voice steady and firm. "We've proven that we can fight, but to truly challenge the Empire, we need support from other species. We cannot do this alone." Lieutenant Jamie, her trusted pilot, nodded. "We've heard rumors of other civilizations that might be willing to join us. If we can reach out to them, we could form a strong alliance." Thompson smiled at the idea. "Let's start by contacting the Zephyrins. They are known for their advanced technology and dislike for the Empire. If we can gain their trust, it could be a game changer." With a plan in place, the Eagle's wing set a course for the Zephyrin homeworld, a lush planet known for its vibrant forests and shimmering lakes. As they traveled, the crew prepared to make their case. They knew they had to show the Zephyrins that humans were strong allies, not just a race to be dismissed. Upon arriving in Zephyrin space, the crew sent a message to the Zephyrin leaders requesting a meeting. They waited anxiously, knowing this could be their only chance to form an alliance. After several tense moments, a response came through. The Zephyrins agreed to meet, but they wanted to see proof of humanity's strength. Thompson and her crew understood this request. They decided to demonstrate their capabilities through a simulated training exercise. The Eagle's wing would face a holographic representation of an Imperial ship, showcasing their tactics and teamwork. As the crew prepared, Thompson felt a mix of excitement and nerves. "This is our moment. Show them what we can do," she told her crew. They practiced diligently, fine-tuning their maneuvers and strategies to impress the Zephyrins. On the day of the demonstration, the Zephyrin leaders, including the wise and respected Chancellor Alindra, watched from their observation deck. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Thompson took a deep breath and began the exercise, leading her crew into action. The Eagle's wing moved gracefully through space, evading incoming fire from the holographic enemy ship. The crew communicated effortlessly, showcasing their training and unity. Laser blasts flew in every direction as they executed their maneuvers with precision. Chancellor Alindra observed closely, her expression unreadable. As the simulation continued, the crew of the Eagle's wing pulled off a daring strategy. They outmaneuvered the enemy, demonstrating their quick thinking and adaptability. Finally, with a decisive blow, they destroyed the holographic ship. Cheers erupted within the control room of the Eagle's wing, but Thompson's focus remained on the Zephyrins. She turned to the observation deck, hopeful. "What do you think?" Chancellor Alindra nodded slowly, a thoughtful expression crossing her face. "You have proven yourselves. Your skills in battle are impressive. We have long suffered under the Empire's rule, and your bravery gives us hope. An alliance may be possible." With a sense of relief and excitement, Thompson spoke again. "Together we can stand against the Empire. We can protect our worlds and fight for freedom. We would be stronger as allies." Alindra agreed. "We will rally our forces and prepare to stand with you. The time has come to unite against our common enemy." As the news spread through the Zephyrin ranks, the hope of alliance ignited their spirits. They began mobilizing their fleets, ready to join Earth's fight against the Galactic Empire. Thompson felt a surge of pride as she realized they were not alone anymore. Back in the Empire's command center, Lord Vrax received reports of the growing alliance. He slammed his fist on the table in frustration. "This cannot be! We must act quickly before they grow too strong." General Torg cautioned, "We should reconsider our tactics. Facing an allied force could lead to significant losses." Vrax waved his hand dismissively. "No! We will crush them before they can unite! Prepare the fleet for immediate action." As the Empire prepared for their next move, the Earth and Zephyrin forces met to finalize their plans. They shared intelligence and strategies, ensuring they were ready for the impending battle. Thompson felt a renewed sense of hope. The alliance was more than just military support. It represented a bond forged in a common struggle for freedom. Together, they would stand against tyranny and fight for a future where all species could thrive. As the day of reckoning approached, the stage was set for an epic confrontation. The combined forces of Earth and the Zephyrins were ready to face the Galactic Empire head-on. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see if unity and courage could triumph over oppression. In that moment, Thompson knew they were ready. They had allies, purpose, and a determination that could not be broken. The fight for their future was about to begin, and they would face it together, as one.